name is Diane Bartles, and I'm a member of the Veterans Memorial Garden Advisory Committee. I want to welcome you to the dedication of the Doolittle Raiders Memorial Monument in our beautiful but overcast Veterans Memorial Garden.
Huge team that really did work together well. My dad crashed in the sea, and first time and last time he ever jumped out with a parachute. Never had practice, nothing, but he landed in a rice paddy in China, in night soil. Imagine y'all know how they fertilize. And he kept his helmet on and kind of hid under this tree. And he said he thought, well, maybe if he couldn't see anybody else, they couldn't see him. But they found him, and a really, really nice village, older, all kinds of people. And one man spoke a little English and helped them get back through Japanese lines to free China and the Shanghai Shacks that were running, trying to get it.
Lieutenant Clayton J. Campbell served as a navigator on Play 13 of the Doolittle Raid. He was born in St. Marines, Idaho in 1917 and grew up in Idaho. Here is his account of his war experiences from the 2002 interview by his daughter. After the United States came into World War II, December 7, 1941, I flew a sub-patrols over the Pacific Ocean, 500 miles out and back, looking for Japanese submarines. On February 4, 1942, all B-25 squadrons went to Columbia, South Carolina. We received word about a secret mission and went to Eglin Field, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Lieutenant Colonel James H. Doolittle won 16 five-man crews from the 17th Bomber. We volunteered because we all wanted to do our part, and we all admired Lieutenant Colonel Doolittle. We trained for 6 weeks. The pilots and co-pilots practiced short takeoffs from land, and we had no idea that we would take off from our big bomber planes from an aircraft carrier. That had never been done before, and we had no practice prior to that. And now we talked about the Doolittle Raid itself. While the Hornet traveled across the ocean, the Japanese picket boats were sighted. Picket boats are like perimeter guards set out from the island to watch for invaders. We did not know if it had sent a warning message to Japan before our Navy sunk it, but it was decided to take off early. We left between 8 and 9 a.m. instead of leaving that evening. Because we had farther to go to get to Japan, we knew we would probably not have enough gasoline to reach landing fields in China with our plane. When plane number 13 took off, it circled the Hornet with planes 11 and 12 to check its compass course and the course of the Hornet. Then we flew in a very loose formation for about 1 hour from the coast of Japan. I had been trained in celestial or night navigation, and we were approaching Japan in the daylight. We came in over Tokyo Bay right when we were supposed to. By looking around the bay, we could see our target, a naval base with a ship and dry dock. That was on the very south edge of the bay, south of Tokyo. We circled around once, going up to 1,500 feet altitude, bombing height, and came back over the target and dropped our bombs. While we circled the bay looking for our assigned target, I was able to take 2 photographs, one from each side of the plane, using co-pilot Lieutenant Richard Noblock's camera. These were the only 2 photos taken during the raid that survived. After bombing the Japanese naval base, we flew up and over a hump of land that hid the place we bombed. We were not able to see how much damage may have been done to the carrier that was knocked off its dry dock. We flew to the southwest, down the coast of Japan, to the very southern tip of Japan, and got a ground speed. We determined that we had a tailwind instead of a headwind. So instead of the headwind we had coming in, and figured we could make it to China. I will now read an excerpt out of a diary kept by Lieutenant Dean Davenport. His daughter, Mimi Davenport, is to thank for this. Also, if anyone has ever read Ted Lawson's 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, you may find the correlations between this account and that book. My father was the co-pilot on crew number 7, the rupture test. Ted Lawson was the pilot, and Dave Thatcher was the engineer. My father kept a diary, started in the hospital in China, and I have transcribed it. His handwriting isn't neat, but I can read most of it. Page 4. Our crew took off bound for the industrial district of the capital of Japan. Our entire flight was uneventful, and we sighted nothing except small fishing craft just off the coast. As we neared Tokyo, however, we saw an enemy formation of pursuit ships above us at about 10,000 feet. There were 6 of them, and as we were flying so close to the ground, they didn't spot us. We popped over a little hill, and there lay Tokyo, in full view, and it looked as if there were some pretty good fires going already, as the town had a haze of smoke over it. As we approached our target, we pulled up to 1,500 feet and started cutting loose with the bombs we were carrying. 3 500-pound demolition and 1 500-pound incendiary bomb. Over our target, we were met with considerable anti-aircraft fire, and while some of them had the range pretty well and fired some rather active shots, on the whole the shots were very scattered and wide. Most of the AA seemed to burst quite a ways off to the left of our ship. Our first 3 bombs were demos and went into factories, and the next one was the incendiary and lit a section of wooden building crowded quite close together. It should have started a darn good fire. Having disposed of our load, the next consideration was getting out of there, and we really started running for it in earnest. We started out across Tokyo Bay, and about 40 miles at sea took up a course to take us down around the edge of the island and onto China. About halfway down the coast of Japan, we were sighted by 3 enemy destroyers who seemed quite disturbed at the sight of us, and immediately spread out in case we had any designs upon their hides. All of this, the weather had been beautiful, and we had really been enjoying our little excursion. But about that time, we went around the main island and headed for China was when it began to look just a bit hazy, and the situation farther on did not appear to be too promising. The farther we continued on, the worse the weather was, and by the time we reached the coast of China, we were practically on issue. Our gas supply was about to be exhausted, so that left us only one out, a forced landing. A good sizable beach presented itself, and it looked like a cinch. The only trouble would be in the approach. Well, that approach was just a shade low and resulted in one hell of a loud crash. The next thing I remember was that I was under the water and still in my seat. I reached down and unhooked my safety belt and floated to the surface. To my utter amazement, I was about 150 to 200 feet away from the plane. It was on its back in about 4 or 5 feet of water. Everybody else was up on the beach by the time I got there, and the first one I saw was Lawson. He was pretty much a mess, and it sort of made me wonder what I looked like. Then I found him clear. He didn't look so bad. But it really was lovely. About that time, Thatcher came up, and he was okay. He wasn't hurt at all, but sure scared to death.
From the
please now follow me as we make our way up to the memorial. Memorial, Navy ROTC of Nebraska Lincoln Park and Rec, Dave Beckus and Rocky Hervely, and thank you again for your support. We miss it.
And we have the Gerlachs here representing the brothers, Lieutenant or whatever his rank was. Sorry, can't remember. So if you all want to come up here, and then those of you that like to talk to